helped her do this one? Who helped her? Oh yes. Everybody has those little helpers in your yard, the squirrels. If you have a pine tree in your yard or in your neighbors, well, about a couple of months ago, you could hear the and all these things falling. Well, it's them up there busily chewing away at the pine cones to get the seeds that are down in it. And what is left is this. I know you've seen this in your yard. I said, well, I told my husband, I said, well, what if they think I'm just some crazy old woman? He said, well, you are. He'll be out of the hospital next week. Wheelchair and everything, but okay. Anyway, what you do is, and you know, pine cones come in different sizes, so they're the tiny ones. It depends on the cultivar tree. The cones are different sizes. You can get the great, big, huge shortleaf pine. They have a pine cone like this, and if you want a big daddy buck, but mine are just the, I think, a slash pine, I'm not really sure. But anyway, you recognize these, and what you do is just get your garden clippers and clip them at an angle, and then if these are real open, like this is one of these that was opened up. You can clip some away, it makes a hook looking thing. And then this is just a portion of one, and then you can use some, you know, the little, the ends of these to make his little nose and eyes. If you want to just keep it all natural, you can go get the little wiggly eyes. You can spray.
Do you hot glue that?
Huh?
Did you hot glue that?
Oh, hot glue on everything. Hot glue is my friend. Be careful when you use hot glue. Keep ice water near to plunge your fingers in. I have no fingerprints. They think I'm in the mafia. That woman's running from the law, I know it. And these are dogwood branches. I like dogwoods because of the symmetrical way that they grow. But you can make, and then of course this is the lady, the dove, and what you can do is put them in a wreath, put them in your tree, you know, just racing through your tree and being, I don't know, just kind of fun stuff to do. And then we have the wine cork, reindeer. Drink more wine now, because you gotta have this cork to make it. And isn't he funny? Yeah. You know, I tell you what, people, surround yourself at holiday time with things that make you smile. Do that, and the stresses of the holiday, which we can let it pile up on us, melt away. Put something or some things in your house that when you look at it, you have to smile. So it'll make your day make you feel better. And you can put, I mean, you can get a big old ribbon and just make him real flashy, you know. You can just use a branch for this. Or if you don't have access to a branch, get yourself a skewer like you put shish kebabs on. You can shove that up in the cork, maybe put a little spot of hot glue and shove that up in there. Then you can get, what I used on this was just some straight pins that I had sprayed brown because I didn't have any. But you can get those little tiny beads with the hole in them, then cut off some straight pins and stick it down in there, little black beads. And then the little straight pin gives him an eye light, you know what that is. And then of course, use your pen, stick a little hole. These are just those little bunches of berries that you can buy at the craft store. Or sometimes they'll be on an old wreath you got and you just take them off and recycle them. If you don't, you can put glue glitter on here so he looks like he's been out late at night and got frosted on. Or you can get you some you know, pretty
pipe cleaners.
Pipe cleaners and gold or red, you know, however you want to dress that boy up. Because he's going out, this is his time of year. He wants to look good. And any little expression, a lot of times if you'll look at a cork, it'll have almost like a little expression on it. I mean, maybe I'm seeing things. The boy says. But if not, you just draw draw yourself a little smile on there with a red pen, and there you go. Or you can just make him look goofy, you know, or put some little white teeth in there. Anything you want to make you smile when you look at it, so you enjoy your holidays.
Jean, tell them about the real elegant wreath that you did with the antlers.
Oh, the antlers. Okay. Yeah. Now this one is, my husband, well, as you can tell, we spend a lot of time outside, and this is a shed antler. The deer shed their antlers every year and get a new set. Because can you imagine Martha looking over at Rudolph saying, "He's got those same old antlers from last year. I'm not going out with him." You know, that's so last year. Well, they get a new set every year. And if your husband is a good man, he'll walk through the woods and say, "Oh, look, my wife wants that." And bring it home. And of course, I made this whole wreath. You just go out and harvest your the grapevine out of the trees. If you live in this area, you've got grapevine, whether you want it or not. You can go down to a park. I mean, they don't care. It's just everywhere. Just wind it up. You can oval shape, round. You can do a figure 8 and make a swag thing. And then, of course, I did not use, like Miss Lana, she's very talented, use everything fresh, but you could use fresh berries here instead of this, yopon berries, holly, and here you can use greenery. What you can do is just use some little, those little orchid tubes they call them. It's a little hollow tube, and just stick it down in there when you're making this. And then leave it there, put water in it, and you can always use fresh. This, of course, is reindeer moss, grows in dry areas. You harvest that here. Pine cones, this is magnolia seed heads. This is lichen that grows on dead wood. This is hickory nuts. If you've got a hickory tree in your yard, you know about those. This is the basket oak acorn. It's a huge acorn. Walking around in the woods, you just find things like this. And when I go on, here's the orchid too. And they make different sizes when you can just slip it down in there, put water in it, and then you could use fresh greenery.
Where do you get those?
What's this? You can buy some at Michael's. We have them at the shop.
We have them at the shop. Yeah.
And
I didn't bring any, but
no, but we have these at the shop. Walmart will have them sometimes. Michael's, Joann's. The rest of the stuff is just things that grow here. I mean, well, I had to tell you though, these pine cones, we went through Colorado one time, and I was picking up pine cones like a maniac. And I'm sure when we got on that plane, they probably thought, "What is that she's got? I bet she likes that smokes it. What is it?" But they couldn't see anything. So. Anyway, and this produce, you know, it's like a sandwich, you know, one of those pass-along containers that you take a dish over, and so you can just leave it with some glad things, I think is what it's called. Put your oasis down in there, buy some little apples, go out in the yard, trim your hedges, stick the picks in your apples, and then there you go. Be sure you don't polish these apples with anything that's not edible, because if a little child comes by, he's gonna eat the apple. And so, that's about all I've got, y'all. Thank you. You're very welcome.
I love them. I had to share them with y'all. Let me give you another commercial break. We've got Stephanie back in the back there, Stephanie Wilfong, and she's selling, we're doing a backyard makeover raffle with the Garden Club. The tickets are $15. You can win a $5,000 plus makeover in your yard. It doesn't have to be in your backyard, it can be anywhere. And Ed Glissard from Purple Martin Nurseries will work with you to do a design in your yard, and the only catch is you have to agree to be in the McClay Tour of Gardens in May. So he'll work with you. The drawing is January the 13th. After that, you work with Ed for about 3 weeks, and then they come and bring all the electricians or brick masons or backhoes or whatever it's needed, fountains or big vases, and do the yard. And then they'll come back close to the time for the tour and spruce it up and you know, everything will be filled in beautiful by the May tour. So we're all excited about it.